A rare act of defiance has shaken Taliban-ruled Afghanistan. In the western city of Herat, hundreds of people poured onto the streets in an extraordinary protest, demanding justice for women and condemning what they described as arbitrary detentions over alleged dress code violations. What followed has sparked outrage and renewed international concern over the state of women's rights in the country. Videos circulating online appear to show scenes of panic as protesters run for cover amid the sound of gunfire. Witnesses claim Taliban security forces opened fire to disperse the crowd, while several people were reportedly injured and multiple demonstrators detained. Some reports have even suggested fatalities, although details remain contested and difficult to verify independently. The protest was reportedly triggered by the detention of women accused of violating the Taliban's strict interpretation of the mandatory hijab rules. Families and local residents say many of those arrested were dressed modestly and insist the crackdown has gone far beyond enforcing clothing regulations. As chants of education, work and freedom echoed through Herat's streets, demonstrators called not only for the release of detained women, but also for an end to mounting restrictions that have transformed the daily lives of Afghan women since the Taliban returned to power in 2021. The demonstration itself was remarkable. Public protests under Taliban rule are extremely rare, and even more unusual was the participation of both women and men standing side by side. Eyewitnesses described a tense atmosphere as armed security personnel moved in, with reports of warning shots quickly giving way to violent confrontation. The Taliban, however, has denied allegations that women were arrested simply for dress code violations and has disputed several claims surrounding the incident. Officials maintain that Islamic dress regulations are mandatory and have rejected accusations of widespread abuse. But international organizations have voiced growing alarm. The United Nations has expressed concern over reports of arrests linked to dress code enforcement and has urged Afghan authorities to respect the rights and dignity of women. Human rights groups have also condemned the reported use of force against peaceful demonstrators and called for accountability. For many Afghans, the events in Herat represent more than a protest over clothing. They reflect years of frustration over restrictions on education, employment, public participation, and personal freedoms imposed on women and girls across the country. As images from Herat spread across social media, they have once again drawn the world's attention to the deepening struggle over women's rights in Afghanistan, a struggle that continues despite fear, repression, and the threat of violence. The full truth behind the events is still emerging, but one message from the streets of Herat has already resonated far beyond Afghanistan's borders. The demand for dignity, equality, and freedom refuses to disappear.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.